former member of the UK Parliament. Welcome to the programme, Roger. Now, growth was weaker than expected in the final quarter of last year. Do you think speculation around tax rises in the Labour budget held back spending and investment?
Yes, I do. It's still early days, relatively early days with the Labour government. People are waiting to see always what a new government does. And when it comes to the economy and in particular pensions, for example, these are long-term things. Businesses and consumers want to feel that there's some stability. And so I think the other side of the November statement, they have a little bit more predictability, but people are still holding out to see what the road ahead really is. There's a lot of political turbulence, political instability, and that feeds into economic uncertainty, and that affects confidence.
Now, Chancellor Reeves promised to improve living standards with growth still modest. When will households actually begin to feel that difference?
Well, I think inflation is very important here. So there's a trade-off between growth and inflation. We want to see more growth, but we also want to make sure that inflation doesn't pick up again, which would feed the cost of living crisis. I think what people are very concerned about is the cost of living, prices, not just growth.
The UK is spending more than $200 billion annually on pensions. Does raising the age to 67 actually fix that deficit or just delay the pain further?
Well, that's right. It will rise from, pension age will rise from 66 to 67 this year. That has been planned for a long time. That's been planned since 2014, and most political parties are in favour of that. It won't fix the deficit. It will help. It will slow the growth in the rise of pensions, but probably more will be needed. Further rises. A further rise in the pension rate age to 68 is already planned for 2044, and we'll have to hope that that will be enough, but they won't need to do more.
Now, by the 2030s, a quarter of the UK population is expected to be over 65. Is the state pension model fundamentally broken, and could we see that age hit 70 soon?
No, it's not broken. I don't think we'll see it hit 70 soon. There is an understanding, I think a broad understanding in society, that pensions need to be sustainable and that the government finances are under stress. But I think there's also an understanding that any such rise needs to be planned a long time ahead. Any such rise in the pension age needs to be planned a long time ahead. It needs to be done in a fair way. And it needs to take account also of the fact that it's much easier to find work later in life if you're in London, for example, than it is if you're in a rural area in the north of England. So there need to be other measures as well to support older people who are being asked to stay in the labour market for longer. But that kind of change is not a sudden thing. It needs to be planned a long time ahead and with a lot of consensus.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Roger Casale in London, thank you very much for joining us.